You guys back here just again a few seconds after the other one, and we're going to seriously try to keep this one a little bit shorter because it's not necessarily a fun topic, but it's something I think is important. I do feel like sharing my thoughts, feelings, findings on stuff like that. So there's a quote that someone, an old person, they passed away and stuff. I remember them saying one time that they missed the days whenever you could stop and at a gas station and get a gallon of gas for a nickel and a pack of cigarettes for a dime. And I'll always remember that. And it's like, man, that's nice. But then, they always talk about, well, inflation, things are adjusted, you get paid more, da 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 da. I haven't done any of the adjusted for inflation calculators or anything in a long time. Um, but yeah, back then though, people were definitely making a lot more money. Even if they're like, yeah, I started working for $2 an hour back in the '60s or whatever the fuck. Well, that $2 an hour is about 20 now or some fucking shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not bad. Also, everything costs cheaper then. A $2,000 car is fucking fuck 50,000 or some shit now. I don't even know. I only drive $2,000 cars in today's economy. By choice. So, regardless, though, um, what I want to talk about, and I guess the title of this one's going to be something along the lines of economy power creep. That's what I've named it, and it's going to be more about just the money system, banking system, in general. Um, I tried to come up with this the other day, so I guess hear me out on this. Mind you, and I'm talking about the U.S. because that's really about all I know about. And I'll make another video at some point, maybe talking about some neat coins and stuff like that. I do find really old money fascinating because they all have um, Lady Liberty on them, which I kind of touched on that in another video, but try not to get into that in this one. So, theoretically, whenever currency was first established in America, again, what it was a weight of a precious metal, whether that be copper, silver, gold. Even there was no $10 bills; there were like $10 coins or some shit, right? Because this is equated to $10 worth of gold. So that's how they kind of divided it out. Okay. Now, there were some issues over time, and I can't remember all the specifics without pulling it up and making it like a thing. I just kind of wanted to glaze this, anyways. Glaze over it. Um, but with the Federal Reserve and everything, and the kind of money system that we have here now, they done away with the majority of the coins. They still had some of the smaller ones and stuff. Now, the majority of the coins and stuff now have no meaning. They have no like legitimate precious metal value to them, copper, silver, gold, right? Um, because they've done away with all that. All that's changed long before many of us was even born. Okay, and they replaced a lot of the higher coins with paper money. Now, a $1 bill is exactly the same as writing a check. If you've ever wrote one for $1, it's basically this is kind of like an IOU, I guess, but not really. At the same time, it's like this means that this is $1, and it's backed by the bank. Okay, and that means that this $1 is good for through the bank from this person. So with that, um, our coins have basically become the same as well. Again, because they hold no legitimate precious metal value. So basically, whether if you're trading with paper money or you're trading with writing a check or an IOU on a slip of paper, it's the same fucking thing. Or especially numbers in a fucking bank account, bro. It literally doesn't even exist. It literally doesn't even exist. Um, there's no there's nothing in that, right? And what happened was, again, with the Federal Reserve, around, it's been a little over 100 years ago. I think 113 years exactly, maybe something along the sorts, or of the sorts. Um, but think of it like this: there is certain people, and mind you, no country other than just a few have their own currency. Um, what it is, though, is that there is a private lender that is a third party that loans this money to the U.S. to use in all these other countries, same peoples, uh, that they loan this money to the U.S. to use as their federal currency. Okay, so the U.S. doesn't even own its own money, right? Um, now, what happens with that then is that we've been convinced that this money is like even a thing, okay? I guess what I'm trying to say here, while being vague at the same time, is that think about it like this here. Just say in my area, there's a few other little houses around. So I convinced everybody in my area, and if I talked about Fallout and stuff like that, let's use that for example. If I convinced every one of them that the new currency is bottle caps or whatever, right? And but you have to buy bottle caps with legitimate currencies such as gold, silver, copper. Okay, so they bring me all of their gold, silver, and copper, and then I trade them off bottle caps to then spend amongst themselves because there's a few places around, like few people on the road, and it's only legal in this area. U.S. money, not legal other countries. Um, you have to trade it, you know. So therefore, they then have these bottle caps that they just use amongst themselves. But the only place that they can get the bottle caps from is from me. So then what happens whenever I now have all their gold, copper, and silver, because they've already done this, but then they need more bottle caps because they want to buy this item from the other neighbor. Well, then they come to me and I'm like, well, you don't have anything to put down on it now because you, well, you ain't got no gold, copper, and silver. But what I can do for you though is that I'll give you these 10 bottle caps and then I'll give these to you right away. But then in time, you are going to pay me 20 bottle caps back at the end of this interest period, right? And then now, because I have already taken all the preciousness, the gold, metal, the silver, the things that actually are worth something away from them, they are left with just this bullshit made up currency. And then I've now convinced them that, again, the bottle caps are worth something. And because of that, I'm the only person they can get bottle caps from. And I can print this shit as much as I fucking want to and have all up to myself because I'm the one who invents it. I'm the one who owns it. I'm the only one who's allowed to invent it. I'm the only one who's allowed to own it. And it's also just made up and worthless at the same time. It's a lot of like stupid mental hoops to have to kind of jump through. And nowadays, you know, kind of getting off of the story here, or I should say, the metaphor I was using there, is that it's just so bizarre that people will think just the transaction of a numbers in one account to another account is like legitimate bartering system. You're not getting anything. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like there's no legitimacy to it. you know, the gold and silver prices and stuff I've heard are up now. I don't necessarily recommend even fucking with that unless you just happen to have some whatever money to blow on, or maybe you got some old coins and stuff that are actually made of these materials and yeah, hold on to them. Uh, but if you're looking to actually do something that will theoretically almost always gain value monetarily, is buy something that's like tangible, for example. Don't buy something niche or anything like that, but I'm talking like property, bro. Property is redonkulous. Now, what they do though is there's always ups and downs to it, but they usually bounce back pretty quick. You know, a lot of times shit will only stay cheap for a little while and then it just slowly climbs back up. It's like a tipping point, you know. It's like it goes slow and then all of a sudden dip, dip. Problem is though, most people start freaking out and they sell whenever it's dipping like super quick, and it's like, well, fuck, you could just waited a year and made you money. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just kind of a quick video explaining a little bit about how money works, and how it's. I mean, it's actually bullshit. I mean, yeah, it's what we have to use. It sucks. It is what it is. You know. Not saying nothing should be done about it. Something definitely should be done about it. Something should have been done about this fucking over 100 years ago. Hundreds of years ago, whenever this whole ordeal even started. But, like, at the same point, though, you got to kind of, I guess, it sounds bad, and I hate even saying it because it sounds like weird, but you got to play the own system a little bit if you want to just improve your own personal life to a certain extent where you can then have the freedom to live how you want to live and do what you want to do. So it's what it is, but just it makes money less stressful whenever you realize how just dumb and it's just numbers, bro. I mean, what would happen if they just put one extra zero into your bank account? That literally changes nothing, you know. So anyways, though, if you watched all this one, have a good one. I'm going to record at least one more than that, so we'll see how that goes.